Your questions about business, career, personal development, and achieving the American dream are more than welcome. Call 855 Makin It, 855-625-4648. Now, back to more Makin It with Tommy and Todd.
We're back with Tommy and Todd, coast to coast, and it is time for Miss Brittany and the Danger Report.
Yes, and according to Tommy, this is my favorite segment. And earlier in the show, we concluded it is my favorite segment because you two don't get to talk.
You love danger.
I get like a whole 45 seconds where you two don't butt in.
Go for it.
The Danger Report.
All right, so today I am discussing for a whole 45 seconds by myself the Limited, and the Limited's in trouble. It is the latest casualty of changing customer behavior and declining mall sales. The Limited was originally a spinoff from L Brands, a company whose flagship brands include Victoria's Secret and Bath & Body Works, and today the Limited is owned by Sun Capital Partners. The company's recent activity points to imminent bankruptcy, and Bloomberg has reported that sources close to the company have confirmed as much. The Limited recently hired multiple legal advisors for help with debt restructuring, and the law firms were also hired to help with possible asset liquidation. So things are not looking well. And basically, in summation, they did not make the leap to an e-commerce world. They have completely been relying on just being a mall staple. And as we know, people are not going to the mall as much anymore. So does not look like they're going to make it.
I am so sad because I love the Limited.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
I know.
It's we talked about Target, the other show, and
Right.
seems like a lot of these businesses are having to really adapt to the online shopping.
And if you
chain.
can't have a presence in both, it's like just having, a brick and mortar store. It's not enough anymore. You really have to be both to be able to afford the brick and mortar store.
Yeah.
It changes quickly.
I know.
Yes. All right. Well, let's hope they find their way out of this.
Yes, absolutely. Because
All right.
Tommy and I still like to shop there.
Absolutely.
Well, they don't have a men's store. Never mind.
No,
All right.
I'd
Anyway.
still go.
Okay. It's time for Making It or Breaking It. And today we're discussing, is fear good? Oops, sorry, did that again. Is fear good or bad for reaching your goals? Todd, what do you think?
Boy, this is a big one. I think the brain can be lazy.
Yeah.
And so sometimes, you need to make a move and you don't do it until some fear enters.
Yeah.
And then you move.
That's
Something
positive.
has to kick you off the edge.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be. I mean, you should go after the carrot and just be like, there's incentive, go for it. But a lot of times, but we talked about it, like I said, these corporations that they see something, a downtrend on the horizon, and they don't move on it, and they wait until something bad happens, and then they
Right.
get convinced. So I think that it can be good if it's not too much,
Yeah.
and it makes your lazy brain move.
Right.
But I would prefer moving on, not being fear driven
Right.
in my decisions.
Well, and when you say lazy, keep in mind there's also, an extreme bias of the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. So in your mind, it's not just straight up being lazy. A lot of times it's judging, is making a move really going to benefit you, or is it just a bias and a fallacy that the grass is greener and it's really not? So
Well, fear really is meant to protect us. I mean, that's at the basis of fear. That's where it starts. So fear can teach us things, and so there is some benefit to fear. Fear can be a sign that you're doing something important in your life, and it's a big thing to you, and it can drive you. I think when fear becomes irrational is when you start behaving irrationally in response to it, and then fear is a negative in your life. But fear is not a bad thing. It's a legitimate emotion, and it can drive you in the right direction. Like Todd said, your brain gets lazy, gets scared, and you're not lazy anymore.
When you say that fear, you could be there's something that could be really good for you, or whatever.
It can give you creative energy and ideas, as an example.
And is that fear, like you said, it's meant to protect us? if you're going towards something that's good for you, are you just feeling protected because it's a change, even though it's good?
Well, you're feeling protected that it's a change, but it's your brain finds pathways through the neurons of your brain, and when you're in fear, it tells you that you need to find some new pathways, some new resolutions, a different, better way to do it to protect yourself.
Yeah, a better way to protect yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I think fear in the right doses can be good.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
In irrational, too high of doses, it's a disaster.
Right.
If you can get into controlling your fears, that's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that's good. So let's wrap up the show with enough time left to actually tell our listeners where to go.
Oh, okay. So they
Find
can actually
information?
hear it. I don't have
Yeah.
to blur everything together. Check out our website, makinitnow.com. From there, you can pick up our Facebook feed, our Instagram feed, our Twitter feed, and watch all of our YouTube videos of everything that happens behind the scenes here on the green screen.
That's it for today's show. This is Tommy and Todd. Thanks for joining us, America, and keep making it.
This has been Makin It, the source for information, insights, interviews, and in-the-trench advice for startups, struggling, and early-stage entrepreneurs and business owners nationwide.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, staff, management, or advertisers.
For more information, contact Tommy or Todd at 855-MAKIN-IT. That's 855-625-4648. Or at their email address, info@makinitnow.com. Thank you for listening to Makin It.